Mr. President, we'll turn now to McCain.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for doing this. And I understand the 4 categories, but there's a big category that the people in my state and across this country are deeply concerned about. And that's not just the product that we are examining today, the 2,400 pages, but the process we've gone through to reach that. Now, both of us during the campaign promised change in Washington. In fact, 8 times you said that negotiations on health care reform would be conducted with the C-SPAN cameras. I'm glad more than a year later that they are here. Unfortunately, this product was not produced in that fashion. It was produced behind closed doors. It was produced with unsavory, I say that with respect, deal-making. The Louisiana purchase, funding of $300 million for one state. The Cornhusker kickback, which is, I understand now, been done away with. One of the things that, as provisions of this legislation that was particularly offensive was the carve-out for 800,000 Florida seniors exempt from cuts in Medicare Advantage program. There's 330,000 seniors under Medicare Advantage in my home state of Arizona. They're deeply concerned about that. They're deeply concerned about the carve-outs for Vermont, Massachusetts, Hawaii, Michigan, Connecticut. $100 million for a hospital in Connecticut. Why should that happen? They don't understand it. And at the town hall meetings that I conduct all over my state, people are angry. We promised them change in Washington, and what we got was a process that you and I both said we would change in Washington. So then we got into the special interests, whether it be the Hospital Association or the AMA or others, and one of them that was particularly egregious, and I won't go through the whole list, was pharma. Pharma got an $80 billion deal, and in return for which they ran $150 million worth of ads in favor of, quote, health reform. Their over $2 million a year lobbyist was here at the White House and was reported to say in the media, a deal is a deal. And part of that deal was that there would not be competition amongst pharmaceutical companies for Medicare patients. The other, well, among others, was that the administration would oppose drug reimportation from Canada, a proposal that you supported in the United States Senate.
John,
can I just say, can I just finish, please? Well, and then at Christmas Day, I believe it was Christmas, the majority leader said, quote, a number of states are treated differently than other states. That's what legislation is all about. That's compromise. Compromise is not the word for that. So when my constituents and Americans now who overwhelmingly reject this proposal say go back to the beginning, they want us to go back to the beginning. They want us not to do this kind of legislating. They want us to sit down together and do what's best for all Americans, not just for some people that live in Florida or happen to live in other favored states. They want a uniform treatment of all Americans. So I hope that that would be an argument for us to go through this 2,400-page document, remove all the special deals for the special interests and favored few, and treat all Americans the same under provisions of the law so that they will know that geography does not dictate what kind of health care they would receive. I thank you, Mr. President.
Let me just make this point, John, because we're not campaigning anymore. The election's over.
I'm reminded of that every day.
Well, yeah.